Don't ever give up, bro. Never. Never. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in our mind of what we think is right for us, and then God will just straight up tell you, like, nah, you meant for bigger, you meant for greater, you meant for a season of this, you meant for a season of that. There's always purpose behind your things, no matter what it is, no matter if it's the most painful experience you've ever gone through in the world, or whether or not you're in a state of complete bliss and ecstasy. There's seasons for everything. And rooting yourself deep down in your faith, rooting yourself deep down in God, knowing that God is within you and that everything is perfectly designed and orchestrated by a higher power, and we don't have control over anything. We are truly just vessels of the Most High. Understanding that will allow you to be a lot more open to God, to godly experiences in life. And so if you understand, you root yourself so deep in that, nothing in this physical world really matters, and you understand that that's all an illusion. So to give you all some context as to why I'm talking about this, because this is a creative journey that I'm on, and I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm destined for, and I'm destined for influence. I'm destined for greatness. I'm destined for power. I'm destined for wealth. And the reason I say that is because I already have all of that within me. I already have wealth within me. I'm healthy. I take care of myself. I have community. I have self-love. I have God. So I'm already a very wealthy individual. I have health. I have wealth. I have purpose. And I am very gifted in everything that I do because I say it so. And so, because I already have that, I already know that, that's what's going to appear in my future, that's what's going to appear in my reality. And the thing to understand as well is that this physical experience is really a reflection of that knowing. But we have to hold and maintain that knowing, that vibration. We have to hold and maintain that so deep, so powerfully, that nothing in this physical, nothing in this experiential, egoic experience, I use that word twice, nothing can really ever disrupt that connection to source, because you know that is the truth, and this is all a shadow of the truth. And the shadow is not something to be attached to. It's just a product of what is already there. So the reason that I share that, right? Let's get into some context. So the reason that I share that is because for the past 3 or 4 days, I've been preparing, not very much, but on a emotional and on a intellectual level, I've been preparing for a presentation. And this presentation meant a lot to me because I see this opportunity to present as an opportunity to continue to grow in the direction that my soul is calling me forward into. However, this presentation went so well in one aspect, in the aspect that it taught me what I need to do better in, because I have a lot of passion, I have a lot of energy, and for those that feel that, it's very beautiful to be around. I inspire those around me, I inspire myself. There is nothing that's gonna stop me, and I know that deep down. I know that, and I express that fully and unconditionally. Now, just because I know that internally, and I can express that internal belief and that internal faith outward in passion, outward in emotional reaction, does not mean that I have fully mastered the logical and the structural aspect of reality. Now this event, or this presentation, was something to where I was sharing an idea with a co-host, a co-founder. I was sharing an idea of what we are building in the future, what we have been called to build in this life. And that idea was to be heard by a group of panelists and voted on to see whether or not we would receive funding for said idea. Now, we did very well. We did very, very well, and we were able to express ourselves, and I was able to flow free, make everybody laugh, make everybody believe in themselves, make everybody connected, and have a beautiful experience and be in awe. That's what I did. I performed. But what I did not do is share the logistical information that will make it seem fair and reasonable to give money to this cause, because there was no defined cause from my voice. There was passion, but there was no direction. And because of that, we did not win. And I hate that feeling, because I know so deep internally what the fuck I'm worth. I'm worth more than anything physical, worth more than gold, worth more than $1 billion, I'm worth more than $1 trillion, I'm worth more than all of that. But I did not win $2,000. There were a bunch of beautiful, beautiful speakers that all shared such beautiful, beautiful ideas. Yet, it still hurts my ego to know that I did not win. And it hurts my ego even more because I was not only fighting for me, but I was fighting with somebody. And I say fighting, but it's not really fighting, it's loving, right? But fighting is loving, you know, it's just depending on your perspective. But I was sharing this presentation with somebody that in my eyes and in my knowing is also worth more than anything physical. And so not only do I deserve that money for myself, but I deserve to play my role in getting that money for the other person. And it did not happen. And that hurts my ego. And you know, when you lose something, you go through stages of grief. Doesn't matter if it's a human that you lost, it doesn't matter if it's a argument, it doesn't matter if it's a soccer game, it doesn't matter if it's a lottery ticket, it doesn't matter if it's a presentation. You go through the stages of grief, and those stages can be alchemized very quickly, or it can be alchemized in a prolonged period of time. That's up to you. What do you want to use this experience as? That's how strong, how rooted you are in God, truly. And it took me a little bit, but I alchemize, and that's going to be a process that'll go on until I can fully, it's a forever process, truly, but this is just a part of it. There's no start or end, and that's something else that's true. And I just needed to share this. I needed to express this because this is my part of alchemization. My gift is in my expression. My gift is in my passion. My gift is in my heart, my love, and my service. And there's nothing that's going to stop me, truly, from serving the way I need to serve in this life. God is calling me, and I am calling me. Because I hear God's voice. I feel God's voice. I know God's voice, right? Doesn't matter what language we use, but we are all connected to Source, and when we connect to it, we know the truth. And this is something I'm going to bring all the way back to don't give up. Because I could have took that rejection, and I could have questioned my entire faith. Oh, I didn't win. Am I good enough? Oh, I didn't win. Am I really meant for this? Oh, I didn't win. I know. There are higher powers. There's higher purpose playing, always. And we have to release control and allow that to be what it is. Because that's liberation. And we choose liberation. And I choose liberation. So, I want to honor myself, honor the reflection that's watching me, right? Because you are truly a reflection of me. I honor you for every loss that you've been through, for every win that you've won, for everything you've ever overcame to be in this position that you are in now. And you keep going. I honor the process. I truly do. So, that being said, reflection, we are going to keep going. And we are going to go harder. And we are going to go softer. We are going to go more and more and more in tune and in alignment with God. Every single day, every single moment, you are in that process. And trust in that process. So when y'all see me on stage talking to thousands of people, just know that that energy, the person that is on that stage is the person I am today. It just takes time in the physical manifestation to see that in your reality. But when your third eye is open, when your chakras are aligned, when you're in alignment, you already know that's done. And it just takes time in the physical. Sacred, prosperity, gold, abundance, wealth, and sovereignty to all. In Lakish Alakin.